Right, this is a Circuit Specialist's compact desoldering station. Now, this I've had for a little while now, and unfortunately it's developed an issue. So the problem is that the pump inside makes a really funny kind of noise, and it comes with a little gun like this, and when you pull the trigger on that, the pump will run for about a second and then just completely shut off. So not useful as a desoldering station. So what I'll do is I'll set it up, let you see exactly what it's doing, and then let's see if we can get it fixed. This one in, and that should be it. Now, power on. And I just need to watch where this goes. So it says off at the moment. So if I, so we can put it up to 400. And you can see it's heating up rather quickly. So if I pull the trigger here, that's odd. That actually sounds okay. Yeah, that's not working now. Yeah. It sounds like there's something stuck in it. I don't think it's actually sucking anything through. Yeah, okay, so let's power it off. And I'll let it cool down, because that's really hot now. So there's quite a few screws on here. And there we go. So, not really much to it. So if you look at the back of it, there's a little PCB here. You can see there's kind of like a microcontroller, some power, capacitors, whatnot, just as you would expect. A big transformer, so it takes 240 volts in, steps it down, and the pump itself. So this one I think is going to be more of a mechanical fix. So we have two wires here which come from here to the pump, and the pipe comes in here. So I think we should probably check this pipe first. We're going to have to take this off. What I may do is take these 4 screws off. Now, I've never been inside one of these pumps before. This is going to be a lot of trial and error, probably mostly error. But what I want to do is we should check this pipe, but I can't see anything in the pipe. I'm going to take this off. Now, this top comes off. Right, so there's actually, that's interesting, there's another filter there. So let's get these cables out of here. And we will take the connector off. I think it's just getting these rubber grommets out of here. I don't think there's any screws that hold it down. So we'll need to take this off, or this off from here. So this bit here is hot glued in, which is a bit of a shame. But we can just cut that. Okay. There we go. Now we just need to free the pump from the grommets at the bottom. And what do we do? Do we have to just force these through? I assume we just have to force these through. Yeah. one pump, so this can go. Okay, right. Well, tiny little thing. So it's a 12-volt pump. Now I believe this is called a piston pump. It might even be a dual piston pump, I don't know. There's some, I can see a coil of wire in there and obviously a motor. So what I think we'll do is we'll take these 4 screws off. This cover should then lift off with a bit of persuasion. And then let's have a look under here and see, follow where it goes, and let's see if there's a blockage in there. Okay, so we've got it ready to go. I've put some gloves on because I suspect this thing's going to have some grease in it or whatever. I don't know too much about these things, so this is a voyage of discovery. And the front. Right. So, I mean, there's not much to that at all, is there? Does that come out? Well, okay, so interesting to see inside it. So it looks like it's weighted. Let's take this back off again. So is it just something in here? There's definitely something there. So what happens there is this goes, okay, so all right, okay, so this rotates, and it is like a bit of a piston pump. Okay, I think we'll get this under the microscope. Let's see if there's anything obvious, because I'm not seeing anything there. Right, we're going to try and hold this still, but it's quite difficult. So there's clearly some oil or something there, and it's obviously spilling out here. If I put my fingers over this, yeah, and I'm trying to turn it and it just won't turn. It will only move a small amount. It can't get any more air in. So I would say that that's probably okay. So I wonder if it's just something in here then. And I imagine that's correct. That should be there. Let's take this out. And let's just zoom in a bit. So as you can see, that is fine. Take it down a bit. So there's a little foam piece there. So I guessed that if anything does get in here, it would stop it. Looking at this, it looks like it pulls the air in through here, through this channel, through there, and just pushes it out. Though they're not blocked. Okay, so, oh, wait a minute, what's that? I don't think that's supposed to be there. Let's get a little light on this. Maybe the oil has hit the filter and done that. If it was this, which was in there, something's happened to it. It's solidified. Okay, let's clean it up as much as we can. think I'm getting the idea now. So I think this is probably okay. So what happens is when the piston goes down, it pulls the air in through one of these, this one I think, or maybe this one. When it goes up, the air is then forced into here and out of this one. It could be the other way around. So this is probably okay actually. Okay, I think we'll power it up and let's see what happens. I guess if we give it 6 volts instead of 12, we should be able to control the speed, because we don't need it going full speed. Okay. So that's the input. I can feel the air coming. See if it's so if I cover up this one, so I think it should go onto there. Turn it down to 5 volts. So I think that's the input. So let's see. And we can see it moving. If there is a fault with this pump, I'm not seeing it.
Let's put it back together and see if it's any different.
Let's put this back in. Okay, so that's all back together. We need to put this one on here, but we need a little cable tie. But before we put a cable tie on, we need to plug this one in to get it to activate. Plug the power in. Right, power it on, and we'll set the temperature just at 200. That's fine. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, God, that was strong. So I'll just put a bit of paper there. I shouldn't really move this while it's switched on, but there we go. So let's power off. So that's it. It certainly seems to work. So I don't know what we've done differently, really. Unless there was a very, very minor blockage in there, because the foam piece is there, isn't it? So it comes out here. So we just get a little cable tie, we'll put it on here. That should do it. Can always get a smaller one. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Let's see if having that mesh filter in there makes any difference. Yeah, that filter does reduce the air intake quite a lot. I'd be tempted to leave that out if I'm honest. I think next time I wouldn't take it off of here. I would just take these 4 screws off, lift it off. you get access to this bit. Let's put it all back together again. I'll get a scrap board and we'll see if we can remove something. Okay, so we have a board here. Switch it on and we shall set this to 400 degrees. I think that should do it. And as you can see, it's counting up quite rapidly. I'm going to apply some fresh solder. Let's take off this. So I'll zoom in on this. So let's put it around this way. Okay, there we are. So should be good to go. Let's see what's going on. Right.
This should hopefully come off quite easily. I know it didn't look like it did a good job there, but it looks much better in real life.
Just get a... There we are. It all seems to be working, which I'm really happy about, but I'm not really sure what the fault was. I think maybe there was just something stuck in that filter. You saw earlier that when we were pulling the trigger, the pump just shut down and it was making a different noise. So that's what I would expect. Yeah, it just wasn't very happy. We'll leave it there for today. Do come back tomorrow as we'll be looking at the C64 Mini. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Please consider subscribing and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.